Good day, YouTubers. The Bushveld Baron here again, coming to you from a pretty nippy Sunday morning here in East London, South Africa. Today, as you can see, is brass prep day for the 9.3 by 64. Got some shot out brass that's just been deep primed, or the primers took out, but the main thing is I've resized them about 3 or 4 times while the rifle was still working before the stock gave in. So I just want to trim the brass up to length, so that one day when the rifle is ready I can fire away, just do full length sizing, necessary priming, powder, and then bullet selections, etc. But for now, anyway, long story short, today I want to focus on case length trimming and the device I use. So yeah, in front of me it's the Sudami XR case length trimmer. So it's spelled Sudami, Sudami. So it's a local South African company. They make numerous products for general reloaders like myself, and then precision type equipment for the guys that do the long range shooting stuff, the so-called snipers. I call them snipers. I hunt 50 meters, 100 meters, 150 meters max. That's my distances. But anyway, the guys are into the LR, the long range, and then the ELR, the extra long range shooting. Sudami makes a lot of components for them, like concentricity gauges, etc., etc. So, but for me, I'm using their case length trimmer. It's extremely accurate. It's extremely adjustable in terms of getting your right cutting lengths, and having that consistency. That's what I like about it. And like I said, with it being quick, you just pop it into the drill and then bzz, 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 turn it a couple of times, and then your case is trimmed, and it doesn't chow your hands like your Lee case length trimmers do, because you have to hold the brass in your hand and then drill and then all of that. So it chows your hands, especially if you do bulk cases like 50 or 100 cases in one session. It chows your hand. But anyway, let's set this up. So what you basically have, this is the main body of the trimmer unit. So you've got basically a pressed bearing or a interference fit bearing at the bottom, so this spins. So what happens is your caliber specific collet. So don't know if the camera will pick this up. This is for my 9.3 by 64 Brenneke, as I discussed. So this is the caliber specific collet. So this basically goes in here. But first, let's insert the cutter itself. So this is the main cutter body, and then there you can see the blades of the cutter. So this goes in like such. So that's your cutter inserted. Then next, what you do is you insert your collet for your caliper that you are going to trim for the day. Okay, so you've got 2 grub screws on the side that will lock this cutter in place. So what you basically need to have is a pre-cut piece of brass, if that makes sense. So this is basically 64 mils already for a 9.3 by 64. So as the name of the caliber implies, the length of the case is 64 millimeters. So I don't know if you can see that on the camera. This is the one that I use basically to set up my Sudami case length trimmer. So as you can see, 64.01. So it's almost on the money basically. That's close enough for me. Like I said, I'm not a sniper, I'm a bush big hunter. So that's more than ample for me. So what you do is take your your pre-cut brass that's at the right length. Insert it into your collet. Always make sure there's no chips and stuff that can interfere with the measurements. So you insert that. Your trimmer will drop, and then you've got a lock nut, and this is also an adjuster nut. So this will basically turn your cutter in and out. So this is how you adjust your cut. Screw that into place. So from there you can see on the inside how it lifts, or even on the outside you'll see it lifts. You'll see this part turn out. It lifts your cutter. So this is how you adjust your cut. So let me just bring it down to my case. Obviously clockwise is to take it out, and then anti-clockwise to bring it down. Let's try it there for now. You can need a 3mm Allen key. So that's the preliminary setup. Let's just see. Okay. So this is a case. Nah, that one's fine. That one's not at the end of the world. Let's see this one. Yeah, here's a proper one. This one is almost half a mil oversized. 64.41. Let's just put that other one aside there for now. So this one, as you can see, this one's properly, like I said, almost half a mil. It's 0.41 mils over length, over size. So let's trim this one. Next step, put it into the drill. Let's see where we end up at. So remember, it was 64,4 basically. We'll call it 64,50 basically. Let's call it 0.50. There, as you can see, it definitely got trimmed. And then the brass laying on my table. Let's see where we are. Yeah, perfect. How do you guys like that? 64,02. So that's what I want, exactly on the dot. So that's why I say this is such a nice unit to use. Once you've got your one, like I always keep this brass, I keep it with my reloading dies, so that when I need to set up my trimmer, it's already ready to go when I've got my preset and pre-measured case. So this one I always keep in my reloading die set, so that's separate from everything else, so that I know, because I do multiple caliber reloadings, that I just change the collet for, say, for example, for my 308 or 375 H&H, etc. I've got my pre-cut and measured 64 9.3x64 case that's ready to go. Then I just set it according to that, And then like you saw now with the one that we've just cut, then it comes out to 64 mils. Very, very high precision cutter this. I love it. And like I said, check them out. Sudami X-String reloading equipment. Cheers.